Here we go live. Let me go ahead and get the laptop set up and we'll start doing some stuff. Start working on a new painting.
Yes, but now in this situation, you can also say, okay, let's just give it everything, and let's see if I can maybe get a chance with traffic, yeah, now, and then anyways later on I won't be able to pass. So I think you might just go for that strategy. And knowing Max, who loves to just go for it, I think that could be worth a try. Just give it everything now.
Everything he's got to guard against, and I know there's about 10 seconds between Verstappen and Leclerc. If he does push too much, and those tyres do go off,
16 laps, no problem.
you reckon?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. So Antonelli with a 3.8-second pit stop, little slow for him, comes back out behind Lewis Hamilton in sixth. His teammate, Kimi Antonelli's teammate, jumping Hamilton with an undercut.
All right, here we go, folks. Got everything set here. I gotta do all of it white first. Let's spray some white around here. Good morning, everybody. I'm happy to say that this will be the second day in a row. We're gonna shoot some white all over this real quick. One thing I want to do is move this. Put this over here. We're gonna break out Timothy John Luke's bigger cup today. Oh, that's right. I don't know what's in here. And it's the 4011. I should have did this before I started this painting, but uh, we're gonna do. I need to do something else also. Everybody's still alive. It's still going.
in that particular spot. Down the inside goes Verstappen, and there the season plays.
Yeah, come on, Max, like, relax.
I
This
need
is
to
the
add
next
this
watch
to
this after
it.
the race. You'd be like, oh, actually, I need to race
Where's
this
my
one.
glasses?
But in the heat of the moment, it just feels terrible.
And that's the case
I'm
with
gonna,
Oscar noted for the
I'm
track
gonna
day.
set this on there.
Who's seen a few incidents in his
How
time.
many times has he done this today? Fernando, huh?
At least twice.
Over and over, we see him go around the outside there. He's really enjoyed that today.
At least
All
twice.
in all, a tough day for Fernando. He was definitely
Yeah,
enjoying it
that'd be good
a lot
like
more
that.
today out there.
Absolutely.
So,
Lawson is up to 11. Alonso 12. Behrman 13. Gasly is at the last points place. Bernie Collins can finish what she was saying.
I find the last call today, there's so much action happening here today. But yeah, I've been listening to Norris. They're giving us lots of default switching positions on the steering wheel. Some of them alone have been
I
very
wanna
now.
do.
I don't know if it's kind of
We got these
performing issue on Norris's car. That's one to look out for as this race progresses. And I can understand a little bit of
That
the
there.
situation because in that middle stint, the third stint for him on those tires, he
That
had a lot
there.
of blue
And
flag
it ain't
cars
set
going
up
past.
good.
And a lot of them he was complaining were taking too long to get out of the way. So I think it's just the straw that broke the camel's back there a little bit.
I think you're right.
It's also horrible when you're in the mix of, defending to Verstappen, trying to get through the back market.
This has got to come down just a hair.
Switches, and these are not switches that you do every day. Because it's these mode changes and default switches. You don't even know where they are. Like you have time looking down to find them, and at the same time you're battling all these lap cars. That must have been a very uncomfortable situation there for Lando.
So here's the situation as it stands in the top three that is separated by under 6 seconds. We've got a double yellow. There's been waved, and it is for Kimi Antonelli, who's gone off the track at turn 10, and he has gone a long, long way on the runoff area into the gravel. That is Kimi Antonelli out of this race, and it's the first safety car we've had for many a long year here at the Spanish Grand Prix. Last two of them didn't even get a single yellow flag letter safety car, and this has now completely changed the nature of this race, because that gap, that 6-second gap between the top three, is now going to come down to barely nothing, and Jude Bellingham can scarcely believe what is going on here.
Does Max have the gap to do a pit stop, Bernie?
Yes, I think
Safety
that's
car.
the
Huh.
It's a big call for McClung. Do they stop Oscar?
Well, they're coming out into the pits, and they are going to stop Oscar, and they're not going to be able to double stack, so they're going to change tyres for Oscar Piastri. Red Bull are out waiting for Max Verstappen. Out into the pit lane goes Oscar Piastri. They're coming out at Ferrari as well, maybe for Charles Leclerc.
The battle is going to be between Lando and Max. The high looks okay for Lando. They did a fantastic double stack there.
They did. That was actually, is that hard tyres that have just gone on to Verstappen's a brand new set of hard tyres? They've just gone on to Max Verstappen's Red Bull. Yes.
Wow, that's shocking.
Well, it's the new set that he had. That's the thing. So it's used sets of soft for Piastri and for Norris. Hard tyres for Max Verstappen. They've got rid of the new mediums on Charles Leclerc's Ferrari. Hamilton's going to stop too.
But you know that Max is going to be under threat from behind now on those hard tires after the safety car, because I'm sure some of the guys behind are going to get stopped, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be horrible for him.
Bernie, are you surprised by that?
Verstappen's surprised by that. He's just come on the radio and said, why are we on a hard? So even he's questioning it. The only reason I can think to do it is he doesn't have that temperature management. He can just push on the hard tyre. It's like we will now. The track's in the best condition.
Just looking at his tyre allocation, it probably was. This is what happened to Kimi Antonelli. Turn 10 where he went off. That's turn 1
And
and
he
he
broke
was
his front brakes down and his brother's right there.
There.
Really hope for him.
All right.
Yeah, can't look down.
Now we could do the white.
Because that would have been horrible for him. Confidence also.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thank goodness there was a car break down. So it's still bad for the team losing that result, but
That's a penalty, isn't
better
it?
that way. Yeah, it's a total entertainment.
So that's the same.
I'm gonna do an interesting background on this.
Overseeing the removal of Kimi Antonelli and Bailey. Two cars to retire from this race. Alex Albon and Kimi Antonelli, I think we're going to get one more lap of the safety car, and then we can get racing once again. We've never had a safety car this late on in a Grand Prix here in Barcelona. I think 2019, we had one on lap 52.
It's going to be an interesting piece. Hoping that I could tell the story in the background.
And they also release their seatbelts so that for the first time in an hour and 20 minutes, they can properly breathe in and out really nicely and not totally cramped in that seatbelt. So they release their seatbelts and the shoulders get a few good breaths of fresh air in there.
So why is Max Verstappen on the hard tyre? I've just been checking what he had available. He's done a three-stop race. I've looked at his allocation. A new set of hards is all
Tell
he had.
part tell part of the story in the background. That's what I'm hoping for. As long as he helps me with this painting, we'll tell his story. Between him and the father, tell me the story, and we'll put it in the background. Guide my hand, please guide my hand to tell the story. Some of the story.
Before we get going again, it's another massive result coming from Isaac Hadler's way as he holds on the second place today. Coming Nico Hulkenberg's way as well, and Pierre Gasly, who's also on the verge of scoring points for the first time since Bahrain.
Let him
So far,
I need to mix this up. Mix this color up. Blue. I like this blue. And daylight blue.
Is that since you're going so slowly, you risk overcooking the front brakes because you don't have that big car speed to cool them down. So you also have to watch your front brake temperatures. So it's all it's easy, but it's really, really hard to prepare the car again to get going for the restart.
I don't know why they're not bringing the safety car in at the end of this lap. The back is disappearing in this. They're out of the way now. Unless race control wants them to join up to the train. But people are going to get one more lap behind Bernd Weiler.
I think it's Alonso who's been radioing race control and saying, guys, you've got to let me catch up to the back, otherwise I have no chance of overtaking the...
That's a fair point well made. Actually, yeah. Given that Liam Lawson is leading the train of lap cars and he's in 10th place, I suppose do need to let them get all the way to the back of the pack, which is sweeping down the main straight, and the back markers are now just going through turn 10.
It's never been identified whether this weaving on the straight actually really makes a difference. Because you're going quite slowly, there's not much load. We never know. That's why I remember this amazing historical image of Kimi Räikkönen being the only guy that would ever just driving straight all the way down the straight, and everybody else doing this huge waving. The Iceman just didn't care to go straight down the straight.
Minimal effort for maximum approval.
That has been really proven whether it really adds anything to the tires, but it's better than nothing, I guess. So that's why people keep on doing it.
Right, safety car coming in at the end of this lap. And I do think they're allowing the back markers to get as close to Pierre Gasly in ninth as they possibly can. And if Liam Lawson's smart here, he can just time his run to the back of the pack perfectly, and when we go green, get a really good march on Pierre Gasly. But we'll see. He's catching up a bit. Right.
So now, brake balance back into its optimal position, engine mode back into the right mode. Need to remember to do all those things. And now,
He has to slam the brakes on there to let Bert Weinander get away.
because he just entered the third sector,
Yeah.
and into the third sector, he is the guy controlling the speed. He doesn't need to stay near the safety car anymore. But that was maybe a bit of an abrupt deceleration there.
Well, certainly we've got Max Verstappen brakes, and you've got this fast lap.
Man.
When you go there, you're the leader.
I
When
gotta
you go, yeah.
get some more burnt sienna. I'm gonna have to order that.
Hindsight is beautiful, my friend. We are racing. We have green flags. And Oscar Piastri is leading here, and Max Verstappen's under pressure from Charles Leclerc already. And you can see the big snap from Verstappen as he made his way around the final corner. Now they're over the line. Now Charles Leclerc can get the overtake done. Piastri leads into turn 1. Then comes Norris, then Leclerc. Russell on the inside of Verstappen, who has to go off the track. Lewis Hamilton behind George Russell, and he's back out on the track. Max Verstappen behind Charles Leclerc. The hard tyre giving him a hard luck story here in Barcelona. And he's now under pressure from George Russell.
I'm not so sure whether you can see the replay on that, but Verstappen is struggling so much. He almost spun out of the
Add a little bit of this to it.
I think he deployed all his magic to stay on the track there. He had to lift off also, and you can see he has no grip on those hard tires.
It's going to take a couple of laps to warm up.
Charles just grabbed into the other straight.
He certainly timed his run. Charles Leclerc said that he didn't overtake Max Verstappen before the line, because you can't.
True, even that, that could have been a big issue.
And I think he had to back out a little bit. Such was the rear end stepping out of Verstappen around this corner. Leclerc was onto the back of that red
Add a little.
long before he thought it was possible. Hamilton's under a bit of pressure here from Nico Hülkenberg in the back, and the gap out in front, 9/10 of a second, and Piastri to Norris. Into turn 1 we go. Verstappen in 4th place. Behind him comes Russell and Hamilton and Hülkenberg a bit further ahead of Agile. But let's see on board now with Charles Leclerc.
Look at that! Oh my goodness! You cannot go more sideways than that. Why did you say Leclerc ran into it? Oh, there they touched it. Leclerc was already past that then.
Good there. Alright, let me add just a little bit more weight to it.
From Max Verstappen. Did he think Leclerc hit him? No,
Look, it's there.
It's there.
But that's Max's fault. It was there where he passed.
Well, let's just have a look here from the helicap. This will give us a much better shot.
There goes past.
There
Now
goes
they
Leclerc.
touched.
Well,
That's Max's fault.
Verstappen's got his
Leclerc
Leclerc.
didn't move.
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
And now on the exit of turn 1, let's have a look. There's George Russell in that, but that's why Max has to get off the track. He's looking at that George Russell. The viewers are looking at George Russell.
But
But the viewers are looking at this next moment here.
So the snap of the George Russell went on there, so George overcooked it, and he has to open up because he has the rear end go out. So he goes in so there, and that's what makes the snap now on the last stage. But
That's what he was saying about. He was saying good thing. Hamilton and Stewart are taking a close look.
but yeah, back to Charles Leclerc now on the high tires. He's going to go.
And now it's from 1.6 seconds gap. They get the
All right. All right. We're going to add the blue first. We're going to go lightly with the blue.
They're both in the same management stable. He's Disney Bortoletto with Fernando Alonso's management stable.
Get
They're
it.
friends as well, and they're pointless for this season. And for this season, they want to score at least something here today.
Come on, man, stop talking nonsense. He has to get the position back. But what kind of rubbish is he talking about?
Well, he thinks Charles Leclerc hit him. And I'm sure when he sees it afterwards, he'll realise that he was the one moving over.
Most of the time, it's difficult. You're at the heat of the moment. You might remember things a little bit differently sometimes.
Max, can you let Russell through, please?
No!
What did I do with it? There it is. I'm gonna do a little cloud here. I use a paper towel to do the cloud. So what I do is take the paper towel, cut it that way, and then I take it and just rip it, just cut it just to your little angles or whatever. Any way you want to do it. Just take it like that. And now take the white. Make sure everything's good. So I want the cloud, I want the top of the cloud. So if I do the top of the cloud, right where that white spot is, go like that. Same thing over here. Top of the cloud, right where that white spot is. Just like that. Go down to this area here. Top of the cloud. Just like that. That one got something going on there. I'll touch it up later. The top of this cloud over here. See if I can hit this one again. Just a little trick. You just got to make sure just make sure it's dry enough to do it again. Just hit a little bit right over, right around where its head is. Grab this other one. Let's stay with this one. I like this cloud. Just stay here. Just keep them in there. You always want to make sure. You always want to make sure it's nice and dry so it doesn't impede with the other clouds. That one keeps messing up for some reason. And then grab your other one. Just do little things coming across here. So to have that one at the top, just do this real quick up here. There you go. I don't know what's happening with that. Do this right about here.
And there we have
Just a little thing.
spinner finisher Lando. I don't know my God, he just started thinking. I was just so taken aback by the end of that run. It was all kicking off with the restart there. I guess you did everything you could to manage your race to second place.
I did, yes, but Oscar drove a very good race today. Didn't quite have the pace to match him, but we gave it a best shot. It's a long race, you know, anything could have happened at the end. We both got pretty sideways with the safety car restart. Just a fun race, you know, impressive the team to finish 1-2 with even though.
There you go.
And then Charles Leclerc, I suppose one of the happiest podiums you've had because it all came to you right at the end there with the restart. Put us in the cockpit. We saw Max get out onto the curb and then your contact along the start-finish straight.
Yeah, it was, it was a battle for the track position to get the slipstream of the guys in front. Max wanted to bring me towards the inside, but then I told the rubber, so I didn't want to go too much there, so I was trying to push him to the left. There was a little bit of contact, but fortunately for experiences. But I'm really happy. Yesterday, I sacrificed quite a bit quite high, you know, the drop and the tires over there, I didn't know whether to stay on at the end of it. I did keep slow in the normal race, so I mean, I'm position with the safety car, we got lucky and a podium, so I'm really happy with that.
Well, Max was spurred the whole
Kind of it for that one. That's it for the clouds.
Yeah, I mean,
Put
when my
this
engineer
down
told me that
there.
going on a new house for the last stint, I don't know if they had the choice or if they had no choice. I guess
Take
they
the
had no
blue
choice.
again.
I was
Just
obviously
dust the
very happy
bottom.
because I knew how bad the hard was, and yeah, that's where I thought that I really need to have a good restart, or maybe there's an
Just
opportunity
go
to
around,
go on
dust a little bit.
yeah, I just wanted to slip straight in front, but it all worked out well.
Congratulations on that podium.
Great job. He's being investigated by the stewards. Just had a quick look at it again, Nico.
All right. That's that. That's that. Now,
So remind me never to
I'm
play
going to
Mario
try to
Kart
tell the story a little bit about.
Mario Kart before.
Can we just please say that that's the quote of the weekend? Lando says, I thought that before. Everybody's silent. What he's going to say now? Hey, Mario Kart. I was slowed down to wipe out my opponent.
All right. So now I need the. This is a Sienna.
That was a telling reaction from all three drivers when they saw the Verstappen Russell incident.
But you see, they were so scared to even say something. They preferred restraint to commentary. They were like, at this point, we better not say anything.
Right, so Charles Leclerc onto the podium. Got his first podium of the season at Monaco, and he followed it up with a second podium.
I need that to dry a little bit,
It's second place.
but we're
Here
going
at
to
the South, as
do.
he did in Imola, and as he did in Miami and Japan and China as well. And for Oscar Piastri, a fifth win of the season on the top step of the podium.
That one. Now, if I put them both together, might be able to do that. Have it something like that. We'll have it right about here. There. I want it right about here. Need that to dry up a little bit first. And then I also got to make cross. I think I do the three crosses over here,
Oscar Piastri,
and then
the
his
winner for today's Salesforce
tomb
Cup
over
today
here.
for Max Verstappen.
Then I'll try to do a pathway. Do a pathway.
I'm sure he's having a debrief with the Red Bull team whilst Oscar Piastri lifts the trophy above his shoulders. He gets a medal as well.
Then with that spot, I think I might do just a bird back there.
We'll pick up the Constructors' Trophy there. What a race finish that was. I get the feeling we've got 66 laps worth of talking to do about what we just saw here this afternoon.
I'm excited about the post-race analysis. We have so much time, we can sit down, relook at everything. What are lots to talk about?
Don't you go anywhere. I think Simon's got a few questions for you. Second place, 2 laps.
All right, so we'll do.
Oscar Piastri in the championship. Third place goes to Charles Leclerc, and with his finish here today, Ferrari move ahead of Mercedes and into second in the Constructors' Championship. McClung now have
Do this.
149 points.
Right back here.
So 187 lead over Ferrari in that Constructors' Championship.
Now I'm going to have to use a heavier one.
Barcelona, a hot weekend, hot action on the track, and tempers reaching points on it too. Had a bit of everything this one, and for the 5th time this season, it had Piastri on top.
I kind of like
Hello
it
there,
there.
I'm Nicole Briscoe. Thank you for watching ESPN's presentation of the Formula One Aramco Spanish Grand
Hey, Bobby.
And be on the lookout for the Unlocked podcast. You can find that on ESPN's YouTube channel
And
or
I
podcast. Then
need
join us June 15th for the Formula
do
One
that
Italy
there.
Grand Prix. Listen to that.
Formula One coverage on
And I'll
ESPN
do
by Mercedes-Benz.
To avoid
that.
digital threats, just turn on NordVPN.
And I'll tell the story here.
Malicious websites and malware written down
Doing the
months
background, so it's like his tomb gonna be here, and then I'm gonna do the cross. So 3 crosses over here.
across the nation. Blackstone's the way America
But
trusts
I
you.
gotta remember to
You
do
can even run every breakfast,
the other
lunch,
part.
and dinner you create with an enormous
Yeah,
variety
that'll
of
be the
home
tomb.
cook anything, anytime, anywhere, only on Blackstone. Go to your nearest Blackstone retailer
And then
or
we'll do
blackstoneproducts.com and give your day
this one's gonna be the
America's best-selling good. I was ready to start building my credit, but I didn't want a credit card with fees or expensive debt. So I got the Chime Credit Builder card, and I use it for everything.
if
There's
I
no
paint
annual
that
fees,
first.
no interest, and my score is up 100 points. Join me at Chime.com.
I will never forget the picture that I have. I'm the only one that's not smiling. Even though I'm with my close friends, I felt alone. I didn't feel free. I
Yeah,
didn't feel confident. When I got
I
in
could
business,
do
I
it
didn't
like
feel free. It
this.
was the best investment that I could do.
I want that to be there, but I need a heavier magnet. Or a magnet on both of them. Give me that.
Nature sure is full of wonders. Red will gives you wings.
I want this one. This one to roll
New colors, new style, new feeling.
like that. Alright. So now
This is the one. She fixes, she manages, she perfects. Because maintaining this space transports her to this space. The industrial grade product you need. Call, click, or stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Well, I'm not feeling this today.
right,
Hey, champ, you need to
be
be
it like that. So
What are you doing in my bathroom? Well, I went to your locker room. You turn 40, your testosterone level drops, your
I'll
strength,
do
energy,
this.
drive all goes south. Did it happen to you? Yeah. What did you do? Eugenics Total T. That's your gameplay. You're strong, you're energized, and unstoppable.
Feel like a new man with Nugenics Total T. Powered by Tesno, a key ingredient
Let's
shown to
see
help
what I
boost
got
testosterone
here.
starting in just 2 weeks to help you feel stronger, leaner, with more muscle and drive. Nugenics is the #1 testosterone brand. GNC
Gotta clean this brush out.
Your complimentary Proifectic Blast 42424.
You wouldn't believe it. Oh, by the way, she'll like it too.
Get your complimentary bottle now. Text BLAST 42424. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenics Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator ever. Absolutely free. This is Sports Center.
It is Sports Center. We'll have more from the Phoenix round 3 ahead to State Cornette. I'm Amina Smith here with you. The NBA Finals are set. Pacers took down the Knicks in 6, and not like everyone to disrespect my side of the field, but yeah, my emotions at this time. I'm not well.
Clean it out a little bit more.
You know what? I thought she was my friend, but clearly
That'd
she's
be
not my
good.
friend. The Yankees struggling
Now let's
terribly
just
against the
throw
Dodgers.
some
We'll get to
40
that
21
later
down
on.
there.
Left in the series. Let's go back to what happened last night in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Pacers really in control.
Hey,
Most of the
Tim.
game. They move on to face the Thunder in the finals. More on that a
Good
little bit.
morning.
Down to Indiana.
Tim, you going on today?
Third quarter here. This is Thomas Bryant and I in the
Bobby,
Lakers.
too.
In transition. Andrew Nemhart dropping off the pass.
I'm gonna do a
He gets the layup and the foul.
said I was gonna do a spiritual piece now.
Under 7 minutes left in the third. Pacers up 12. This is Aaron Nesmith on his right-hand down. He hits the corner three. Look at that corner. Who's it? Julius still in Indiana. Pacers up 15. That's the Knicks miss. Players scrambling for the rebound.
Now on this side it's gonna be, like I said, on this side I want to do his tomb, and then on this side I'm going to do the 3 crosses, and just tell the story in the background a little bit, and then have him in the center. So this is Jesus' story. The sad part about the story. But this has hit. Jesus has guided me through this story of painting it. He give him control of my hand and I got artwork.
Amazing person. Like, I mean, just a perfect picture. Outside of this talent that we have, you know, I just know that ultimately, you know, we won't stop. We won't stop. And when, you know, the sky games and whatever the case might be,
And
we're
I
gonna keep on
need,
ripping these
you know, I could have used that.
and we're gonna go to work.
We'll use that later.
Simple as that. So,
Uh,
yeah, you can look at stuff and see the positives, but not right now. Unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
let's see.
For ourselves,
This might work.
and the season on the line. Play one of those next victories, next games out where you're down in the fourth, and ready to come back and win. It's just,
I just want to.
Let's zoom in a little more on those Knicks. This ends their most successful playoff run over the last 25 years. However, the loss
I
means
want
the
to do
Knicks
this like a
locked out of
wall in
the
a
NBA
way.
at 52 years and counting. For the Pacers, will now move the second time in franchise history. Reggie Miller and company lost to Shaq and the Lakers in 6 games back in 2000. Those Pacers were massive underdogs in the finals, and these Pacers are too. Indiana, 9.5-point underdogs in Game 1 at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Over the last 20 seasons, only the 2018 Cavs had larger odds entering the finals. Head on SportsCenter. What went wrong for the Knicks in the conference finals, and what has to happen for New York to get over the hump and get back to the NBA finals? Maybe next year. You trying to be nice to me? That's coming back around. You know what? For what
Look at that. Should have let it go. It's alright. We'll just add this right there.
Smoked one deep to center field for a 4-3-run homer. His 200th career home run. Yankees pitcher Will Warren pulled after 1/3 inning, shortest start of his career. Later on in the second, Dodgers up. Hassan Kim. Last one deep to right for a 412-foot 2-run homer. Yankees the first time around with 10 runs in 2 innings since 2009. Everything coming up. Dodger to the top of the fourth. Yankees still down 10-0. Judge crashes one deep to left for a 410-foot homer. His 20th home run of the season, tied for most home runs before June in Yankees history. So let's play the bottom of the fifth. Dodgers up 11-1 Muncie. Last one deep to right. That hits off the foul pole for another 3-run homer. Dodgers up 14-1 at this point, and everything coming up their way. Top of the eighth, Yankees down 15-1. Judge crosses this one deep to center for the 425-foot solo home run. His 47th career multi-home run game, fourth most in Yankees history. But the Yankees go on to lose big time, 18-2. Now, when you think of the home run leader, how little is it? Yankee or Aaron Judge or
That didn't turn out so good right there. So we're gonna fix that up a little bit. We'll grab it here.
The bottom of the third, the Mariners are trailing and slides it back. Deep right field, into the seats. It's a 2-run bomb. So now, Rogers tied with Shohei Ohtani for the Major League Baseball lead with 22 homers. Mariners only trail by a rough. Bottom of the seventh, J.P. Crawford.
Later on, I might come in with some paintbrush and do some more of the stuff.
Two-run homer. Crawford puts the bat and walks the go-to to the back. It's still hard. It broke part of the scoreboard. Look at that. Mariners take a good lead. Now we got full baseball in the 10th, and we're tied up at 37. Hook kick to left center field, base hit, but watch the throw here by Julio Rodriguez. To get Matt
What?
Wallner at the plate.
What did I do with them? There they are.
And we would remain tied going into the 11th inning. Bottom of the 11th, Cole Young at the dish. His first major league game. Stops one up at first base. The throw home is late as Miles Mastrodomi comes in to score. Look at it. Look at it. First career RBI. Mastrodomi able to get his right foot across the plate. Mariners walk it off 5-4. Let's go back to Cal Raleigh here in his month of May. Raleigh hit 12 homers last month. That's tied for the most by a Mariner and franchise history. Let's get to one team that did get it right. Coming out of New York, Mets hosting the Rockies. Juan Soto at the plate. Sends one the other way, and that's going gone for a solo shot. Also good catch by the fan right there. Soto's ninth home run of the season. Take another look at it. What a beauty. That shot right into the Kings' very first home run since May 9th, and Mets go on to win 8-2.
Can't.
And from the diamond to the pitch, where there was a sprinkle of Messy magic for Inter Miami.
I still got enough in there.
MLS action. Taking the 15th minute, Miami up 1-0.
Yeah.
Keeper Nicholas Hagan goes to clear the ball, but gives it right to Messi. Messi fires it right to the back of the net. The one guy you don't want to have the ball if you're on the opposing team is Messi. I mean, come on. Messi makes no mistake extending Miami's lead. Take it to 25th minute now. Sergio Busquets sends an aerial pass up ahead to free Messi past the back line of defenders. That's another one for Messi. A beautiful pass by Busquets. Sends Messi in all alone. Messi would add 3 assists to his break, and Inter Miami goes on to win it 5-1. Finally for Fulton and Selena, but I feel like they ran by saying Tyrese Halliburton, the Pacers, punched their ticket to the NBA Finals last night. How Indiana
Now,
scoring with an upset of the favorite.
let's do this. I leave that one there. Take this one off.
But I also am kind of getting back at her fully telling me quiet about Chicago. You know what? I mean, well, not you and your cubbies. I mean, well, you're tripping the Bulls, so.
Well, it doesn't matter. Now what we do here, I want to do.
Slick looking goggles/glasses, but I have no idea how to make slick looking social media.
I think I had it. Which one was it? That one? Nope. Might be this one.
Your bones are 4 times as strong as concrete. Nature's
Yeah.
Bounty supplements your bone health with high absorption magnesium. It's in your nature to stay strong. Nature's Bounty. It's in your nature.
The history of winning started with the 65 games, losing steam, losing sweat. We've identified the problem. What is the solution?
Yeah, it's this one.
Scientifically designed
So I gotta get.
so they can sweat more.
I gotta get some tape.
We change the game forever.
Let me get some tape.
Actually, we call our stuff Gatorade.
What we're gonna do. I need some tape first.
Hidden Valley Ranch is made with real ingredients for real ranch flavor that's impossible to put into words.
I did say it was this one.
Hidden Valley Ranch.
It's Kubota
No,
Orange Days.
it's this one.
June 30th.
It's that one.
0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,000 off select compact tractors. See the details and find your nearest dealer at KubotaOrangeDays.com.
New joy. The overwhelming relief after Miralax. Miralax works naturally with the water in your body, putting you in a supernaturally good mood. Miralax. Free your gut to free your mood.
Big news! All you can eat wings and fries is back at Buffalo Wild Wings with boneless and traditional wings. And I'm gonna eat loads of them. Truckloads of traditional, boatloads of boneless. Well, truckloads of both because it's all you can eat and I don't have to stop.
Being obsessed with taste means every ingredient has a purpose. Agave, water, yeast, nothing else. The world's most awarded speaker, proudly poured the world's best coffee.
You had a great presentation, Tim. Could you email me the part about Geico, making it easy to switch and save hundreds? Oh, yeah, sure.
Wrong more night, dude. Of course I know your name. I just get you mixed up with the other guy. What's his name? What's your name?
Switch and say, get more with Geico.
Could you just tell me? I want
All right. So what we're going to do,
Get fast relief with Tums Plus. Upset stomach and nausea.
we're gonna
Captain America Brave New World. He's now streaming on Disney Plus.
wait for it.
You want me?
this is the one we're gonna paint.
Captain America Brave New World. On Disney Plus.
Welcome to the World Series reenactment. World Series champion. We're excited, stacked with MVPs. Set the stage for the Hollywood trilogy. Welcome to the game's best. Yankees, Dodgers on Sunday Night Baseball. Love that.
This is where the greatest city meets the world's greatest. Sensational. Where the looks meet all the appeal. These 45 is one in new and nothing. The U.S. Open was spectacular. Well, you see.
That one I had to push in a little bit. That's okay.
Big financial friends.
Now,
BFF for life.
what I want to do,
Back here with you on Sports Center, the Eastern Conference Finals wrapped up last night, and Knicks just did not keep pace with the Pacers.
take
This game
this.
was won in the third quarter, so let's take you there. Thomas Bryant denies the layup. Pacers in transition. Nemhard gets to Siakam, who gets the layup to go plus the foul. Pacers up by 13 after the free throw, and they're fired up. A few possessions later, Nemhard finds Bryant in the corner, drains the three.
It's hard to do it with that there.
Under 7 minutes left in the third. Aaron
Not
Easton
hard.
finds Bryant again, who hits another corner three, 3 of 4.
Not as hard as being in it.
Pacers up by 15. Gets to the turnover. 17 on the night. Off the Pacers out west to Neesmith. He does walk. Tom Thibodeau in absolute shock and disgust. Pacers score 14 points off of turnovers in the third quarter. You don't win the game that way. Under the minute left in the third. Tyrese Halliburton, Obi Toppin, former Knick, knocks down the three, and it's coming up all Pacers. Under 20 seconds left. Josh Hart with a miss. Halliburton pushing on the break. Going coast to coast. Looking in for the slam. Halliburton, the Pacers in full control. Pacers outscore the Knicks 34-23 in the third quarter. And the Pacers take down the Knicks 145 in the fourth. Heavy analyst, quick Mr. Center, and CEO of David Dennis will join us now. And look, guys, it's a point to a lot of things last night in transition.
Yeah, for me it was definitely the turnovers. The turnovers ignited the transition game. They got like you said, 17 turnovers with 30 plus points off of that. And not only did it ignite the transition game off turnovers and off rebounds, they were being throwing the ball on New York Knicks boards. That's how the transfer that guys started leaking out trying to get in transition because they were doing it so well. So the turnovers again unblocked the whole team. But also the fouls like that every time did every minute. We had a lot of senseless fouls that made no sense, and he kind of kept the fouls up with these guys.
So for me, it was the defense. This is why the Knicks are like a top of the way to get fans of the Knicks. First they get involved, you want to give up on them. Then they come in the game time, they play better defense, they play please up, please give me one more chance. And they start to getting sick. And then they go back to their old ways that you start to believe in with bad defense. Carl Anthony Towns was again vulnerable on those slippers. Halliburton in that first quarter able to get that started out there. Carl Anthony Towns was not aggressive enough pulling up on him defensively. And then Mikal Bridges, inexplicably, in that game, was 12, offensive players were 12 for 15 when he was the closest defender. That defense, there was no excuse for that. There was no excuse for the way they could not pick up on transition. It was just bad defense that looked like the games they had in game 1 and 2 in that series during the they had in game 6.
What about the fact that there's no bench, there's no reserve for New York? They're just exhausted. And I know that's in kind of way, but when you don't have anyone else to go to, like Benedict
I had to, I'm going to go around it with the brush a little bit to have it to where it looks like it rolled. I'll have to do it there and there.
Were able to get up there and get in pace and move back, and the Knicks guys were getting tired and they don't have enough players on
brushwork will be done around all that. So that's cool how I have it. I'm kind of happy with that. And then I'll have like the light shooting out of it. I'll do things there. So that'll be it for that. That's that side of telling the story. Now this side, I'm gonna have to make up the three crosses. So what do I have? I'm gonna have to cut. All right, let me put some of this stuff away. Oh, we're going to do it in the same color over here. I think down here, I'm not sure if we'll see how it goes. Kind of like to do a path where it looks like it's leading over to there in a way. Or a path down here to where it'll be green. That's kind of telling the story as it is. Like I said, I gotta go around it to make it. I'll have to get another one of the stencils and we'll do the shape around it, the inner part and that. So we got that. Now, like I said, let me put some lids on these two because we'll keep them. Yeah. That. These off over here. The wet palette. I don't know why I didn't put this wet palette away yet. It's alright. Got that. Now, like I said, I gotta make up the three crosses. But I want the three crosses to go on an angle like that in a way. We'll do it right there. Should I do one cross or three at the same time? Uh, can't take this. Let me take a pencil. Where do I have my pencil? Um, let's use that. Now, I don't need the crosses being real big. I need one big and one small. Did.
retirement plan. Work with principals so we can help you with a plan that's right for Ron. And our expertise round out yours.
When you think of me, you should think of fire.
You don't choose to be a killer. You are chosen.
No, I chose this.
Consequences.
Risen from the ashes again and again.
And what, may I ask, is your name?
Think of me, you should think of fire.
Rated R. Those who are selling $1 more scraping boxes give you a whole world of tasty indulgences. A slow roasted flavor of the cantina chicken burrito. For this, choose your love scraping box for a lifetime reward.
If you keep making that face, it's going to stay like that. I'm trying to get my own contract. USAA. Grandpa was in the military. He shared membership with your mom so she could share with you. Easy.
USAA. Check if you're eligible today. Travel. It's gone from being an adventure to a checklist. But the world is still full of wonder. You just need a better way to find it. Introducing Airbnb experiences. Master ramen with an award-winning chef. Dive into underground jazz with a renowned bassist. Or see Notre Dame with her. She helped the story, by the way. Don't just see a place. Experience it.
NASCAR on Prime at Nashville Super Speedway. Music City, baby. Let me play you my favorite song. Rewind racing in a guitar if you want. Could you smash it? God, they got smash it. The pedal on the right. Here we go, Nashville. Here you got here. NASCAR on Prime.
Stream Nashville tonight. NASCAR. It's on Prime. Start your 30-day free trial. Tamara, Izzy, and Emma. No one puts more love into logistics than these three. You need them. They need a retirement plan. Work with principals so we can help you with a plan that's right for your team. Let our expertise round out yours.
The UFC's returning. You're chosen by champ. The Ron is wrestling.
He's one of the best powerful power fighters on the planet.
The Sugar Chef. What a color.
Here's the king fight. Juliana! You're the best family in the world.
How are you going to beat me, kid? I will beat you, Anthony King.
There. That might work. Let's see. Make sure.
Nature sure is full of wonders.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Introducing full Navy outfit.
We'll see how it does.
New color,
We'll see how it does.
new feel. Full Navy.
We were wondering if anything happened to us.
We want you to take the kids.
Doesn't count. What you need is a will, something you can sign and make official. Start your will at trustandwill.com and make it count.
Nature sure is full of wonders.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Shannon Minute back here with you on Sports Center. F1 in Barcelona. McLaren's Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris start 1 and 2. Start of the race, Piastri gets away really, really well, stays out in front. Norris doesn't get the best start, and Max Verstappen is all over him. And as they get to the corner, Verstappen sweeps around the outside, gets up into second. Norris drops to third. Let's take it to lap 55. Kimi Antonelli of Mercedes loses power, has to go off the track, and that brings out the safety car, which closes the gap between everyone on the track. Safety car restart incoming, and on the restart, it'll be lap 6. Verstappen, a huge snap of oversteer. Charles Leclerc overtakes Verstappen down the main straight and into the first corner, but Verstappen gets squeezed at turn 1. Verstappen has to go off the track to avoid George Russell. Couple of laps later, Verstappen being told to let Russell pass as he overtook Russell off track. picks up his 5th win in just 9 races this season. That is tied with Lewis Hamilton for the second most by a McLaren driver in the
I
last
think I
4
might
years.
just do
And he
the
still has 15 races
3
left to
sides
go.
from just that one.
Ayrton Senna as the only McLaren driver to win 5 of the first 9 races in a season. Senna did it in 1988 when he won his first title.
Alright.
Oklahoma City Thunder are going back to the NBA Finals. Making big plays in big moments is what it's about.
I'll be right back. I gotta go to little boy's room.
Right there.
Listen, you got to give it to Indiana. They fell short of the Eastern Conference Finals last year, but instead of running out to sign another superstar or making a massive trade, they stayed the course. Oklahoma City, pretty similar. They fell short of their expectations a year ago as well, but for the Thunder, a year older is what made all the difference. Both teams showing that sometimes consistency and continuity can get you to where you want to go. There's more these two franchises have in common, including an NBA All-Star who was actually a big reason why both teams are in the finals. Here's Justin Timberlake.
Every NBA Finals comes with a compelling backstory. But this year is different because it comes with quite the butterfly effect. What's that, you ask? A singular change that leads to unpredictable or larger impact. Or in basketball terms, the Paul George effect. Neither the Indiana Pacers nor the Oklahoma City Thunder stand on the doorstep of history without Paul George. In particular, without trading the 9-time All-Star. Let's connect the dots, because while George may be the rock the NBA can water, the ripples are felt to this day. Paul George is one of the best players in Pacers history. However, in 2017, the then 27-year-old star forward was traded to Oklahoma City for Victor Oladipo and Domantas Sabonis.
Really stunning. We did not hear Oklahoma City as an option for George throughout this process.
In his parting Instagram post, George promised Pacers fans, "You'll be in great hands with the future." The Pacers didn't advance past the first round of the playoffs for the next 3 years, but in February 2022, the franchise sent Sabonis to the Sacramento Kings. For who exactly? A young point guard named Tyrese Halliburton.
You have got to be kidding me.
Trades happen all the time.
Alright,
This
I'm
is
back.
where things start to get crazy. In July 2019, the Thunder traded Paul George to the Los Angeles Clippers, pairing him with Kawhi Leonard. In return, Oklahoma City received a king's ransom that included Danilo Gallinari and 5 draft picks, one of whom became All-Star Jalen Williams. But the centerpiece no one realized was the centerpiece at the time,
Alright.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Crosby going that way or that way. I like it going that way.
The NFL has the Herschel Walker trade.
I'll do 3 of them going
Before wrecking the Dallas Cowboys
on
down
top right there.
This isn't a knock on Jordan, one of the better two-way stars of his generation. By parting ways with him, two franchises
Yeah.
cornerstone point guards. Now, both reach the NBA Finals, and one will found himself an NBA champion in a matter of days. By George, the road to
Let's
this
do
year's
that.
finals started 8 years ago.
The NBA Finals start Thursday night on ABC. Back here with our NBA analyst Quentin Richardson and Andscape senior writer David Dennis Jr. to look ahead to that matchup. And Q, I'll start with you. Give me some Q-tips for what you'll be watching closely in that series.
Yeah, no doubt. But I mean, to start off with, you got to go with the lead guards. You got to start off with MVP, SGA, Shai Gilgeous, and then also Tyrese Halliburton. These two lead their teams, and they're going to be the lead guns. Tyrese only averaged about 11 points against them during the season, while SGA was averaging close to 40. So obviously, Tyrese is going to be a lot more better. And then SGA will continue to lead the way he did, averaging close to 40. But I also need to know, my other key tip is, who is Lou Dort going to guard? This dude is a unit. He has been giving everybody fits the whole season, the whole playoffs, everything. This is the first team all defense guy who gave any problem. Whoever he guards,
the Pacers won 18 fewer regular season games than the Thunder did. That's the largest gap in regular season wins between finals opponents since 1980. So, David, if Indiana's going to go deep in this series,
That's one. Let that dry a few minutes.
Person here, but I'm not going with the person. I'm going to go with sort of idea. It's not a menace and another N word. It's a miracle. And now I know that they may sound kind of insulting, but the Pacers are a team of miracles that we've seen in this playoff. They know how to steal games. Look at what they did game one against the Knicks. I mean, to cover your eye. What they did, against the Bucks in the first round. They had a game like that against Cleveland. What they can do is do the unthinkable and beat the odds down the stretch.
So how's everybody doing? I see Tim and Bobby.
Last couple of minutes for them to think they can win 4 games out of 7.
Yeah, you're right. The Pacers, they went 0-2 against the Thunder in the regular season. We'll see if they can flip the script in the NBA Finals. Guys, I respect y'all just to, help me throughout this segment. They were very good friends. Thank you guys for the insight.
That is the other one.
Sports betting analyst Aaron.
Or the other two.
So, Aaron, 9.5-point underdogs are the Indiana Pacers. Initial thoughts of the line reading that. So, I do like OKC in this spot. It was -8.5 last night. It's now moved to -9.5. And OKC actually won outright in both games that they played during the regular season as a 5-point favorite as well as an 8.5-point favorite. They won an average of 14.
I could do this one down.
So those two games only averaged 11 points and SGA averaged 39. So if one player props are available, I will be targeting SGA. I'm still looking at Halliburton probably to go under.
That's like right on his shoulder. Maybe we'll do it above his shoulder a little bit. Right close to the other one.
So, but game one, I do expect those games to be a miracle word. Okay, talk about the play props. Anything else you're looking for in this series? I think when we look at the series as a whole, the one thing that stands out to me is the fact that OKC is -750. That's
Do that one right there.
in the last 20 years. What that means is you have to bet $75 to even win $10. So return on investment isn't great. And then if you think you can go to the MVP market, there might be better value on OKC elsewhere, but SGA is a -650 MVP favorite. So I like OKC to end up winning the series. You can look at the series spread at -2.5. You look at the total games at 5.5. There's many ways you can bet the series, but for me personally, it'll be more of a game-to-game betting. Okay, so everyone just hold on before we lay some money.
I say weird, this piece.
It's Thursday. We have some time. We need lines to become available.
That's on top of the. That's like the paper. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. Like I said, later on, I gotta come in with the paintbrush to do some things. So what you are you working on anything, Bobby? And Tim? Can't remember if he was working. Should have sprayed a white. I think I might need to spray that white first. Because it's in with the blue, so I need to spray it white. And then spray my brown or sienna. Ah, no, I got blue in here. I got white in the other one. Dang, Mike. Grab the wrong brush. been busy. Oh yeah, I do remember seeing that.
You got everything figured out. Just like always.
Meets the only person who could get under your skin like that.
And what's not what you know? You just drove the train off the tracks. I'm not talking to me.
Eh, that busy. That's all right. That's good. At least you're busy.
What about something more family? Maybe a resort with a water
All
park?
right, that's light enough now.
Or somewhere less family friendly?
Yep, one Vegas hotel for the bride to be. We hate everything. We have free cancellation. Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com, booking.com. Little things. Little things that
Yeah, I got that light enough now.
through the power of Dell AI. Intel inside. Little things that add up.
The unemployment, or not unemployment, Social Security thing driving me bonkers. Can't wait for that stuff to kick in. It doesn't kick in till July. And the healthcare stuff is a big concern. I don't know what's going on with that, so next week we'll find out. Yeah. Oh, that's what I'm looking forward to, being busy on painting and that, in a way. I do got another, I got a commission painting I got to do, the guy's vehicle and that. I think I might do that one after this one. I'll start on that. He came here. I had to take pictures of his car. He's got two of them. He wants me to do because he's got two different cars. The one looks like the Bonnie and Clyde car. The one I'm getting ready to do next. That one looks really cool. It should be all right. Do that one. And the other one, I'm not sure what it is. I think he said it's a truck. So we'll do that one also.
No mask, no hose. Just
But that'll be
Inspire
cool.
Sleep Apnea Innovation. Learn more and view important safety information at
I'm
inspiresleep.com.
not sure what to charge or anything on it.
So Billy grew up with Samir. Samir and I went to college together. Junior Anton transferred in, and actually you're gonna die in this. So
I'll put friends.
Yeah, I'm in the office. There's just some construction.
No, you're at the
Yeah.
winter time is when you're probably going to have the most time to get into the airbrush. The summertime, we can run around and do all this other stuff, but the winter time will probably be the slow time where you're going to wish you had all the stuff because you're going to want to stay indoors. Everybody wants to stay indoors and that. So I wouldn't even think about it.
Let's talk about our beloved man. He's in a bit of a tough situation right now since he ran on fixing the economy. And fixing the
Want the
economy
kids to
means
get all
that
back to school and everything like that.
and you're like, it's the wire for the carburetor and never mind the power's on fire. And then writes them down by accident. It's on the box. And you won't believe it, Dave. Homes have lost the millions. New tomorrow at Rush. Old County Center with the Toyota announcement.
See, like Scott McKay and you notice with Scott McKay, Tim, I mean not Tim, well Tim also, but Steve Leahy and that, they're really busy in the summertime, but in the wintertime they're back to working like normal because, like I said, because of the weather. Scott McKay is really busy in the summertime. Because it's the time when you can have the garage door open or whatever. And then he gets a lot of motorcycles and vehicles that he can paint. During the summertime, they all want them vehicles out on the road. And that's where us as artists is we gotta get out to the events of people showing the cars, going to the car shows and that. That way we could have some work during the winter time. Because I need to go. Because myself, I need to go to a car show. And all right, third one. Third one, because it's three crosses. Got to do it in between. I don't want to go three straight up. Could do it like that. Yeah, put it right next to that. Put it right down here. Right there.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by the Patriots, and I've asked some people around the league, some personnel folks, and they're thinking that they can push in the AFC East. Maybe not supplant Buffalo at the top, but you look at the Jets in transition, the Dolphins in transition. Patriots are coming up with Mike Vrabel, new leadership. You know the defense is usually going to be good. There are enough believers around the league in Drake May that he can get things done. Three new starters on the offensive line. You got a veteran like Morgan Moses, draft pick Will Campbell. They're going to be better up front. So the key is can they pass the ball? I mean, they haven't had 1,000 yard receivers since
So that's it.
been a while. Watch for third round pick Kyle Williams.
That's the whole thing. Summertime is more about for kids and that because they're out of school and that. They close to when they go back to school and that. Uh, it's going to be you're going to have more time in the summertime also with doing stuff, going to the craft store and that while they're in school. Um, you'll end up having that time because they're only out for what is it a little bit of time, a month or two, a month or so, a month and a half.
Season for adjusted OPS plus. Aaron Judge is at 253. Barry Bonds 268. Mickey Mantle 221. Ted Williams in the year he batted over 400. He was at 235. Aaron Judge is just putting on an absolute show every single day. Already in the series, 3 home runs, Shay.
Yeah, but they might need a few more out of him considering the Dodgers have outscored the Yankees 26-7 in the last two games. More Aaron Judge
Yeah.
out of the park for the Yankees would be a good thing. How about a team that we're calling a sequel in development? What you got, Buster?
Yeah, the Dodgers are like the Spider-Man franchise, okay? You had folks like me talking about maybe they'd be the greatest
You'll
team
get
for
it.
the
They'll,
season.
they'll come to you.
120 wins.
Like I said,
But it's been complicated because they've had all these pitching
I'm
pieces
working on things that
Tyler Glass
I can't wait to when I retire. But I know when I retire, I want to do other things too. I want to go to the mountains for a whole month and stuff like that. Because I got to get up there and get things ready for Yeah, next year's deer season and stuff like that. That's going to be a project in itself to do my deer stand up the way I want to do it. But I need to get the money in also to do that part. And then I want to concentrate more on doing to get my cameo going and playing with the laptop and stuff like that. Cameo I want to get going. In a way, I wanted to get it going. I mean, the only reason I want to get it going is basically to I can cut these stencils out by hand, and I don't mind cutting them out by hand. I enjoy it, but I just want to play. In a way, I want to play around with the cameo to do the decals and stuff like that. I have ideas for decals because that's easy sell when you do decals. If you come up different ones and that. And I know you have the cameo for her also. Um, like sitting at the flea market and stuff. And the flea market is a great place to sell the paintings and sit there. But like you said, kids, you got the kids stuff to do. Can get the kids to sit outside right there in front of the house, try to sell some of the stuff too. So yeah, make some money. Set up a thing for them to do that. That way you know right where they're at. Set yourself your own yard sale. Keep an eye on them while you just do some artwork or whatever. Or even set your equipment outside too. And do your painting right there with the kids while they help you sell the artwork. That's good. I like that. It turned out really good. Have to say that.
She needs her money to work as hard as she does. That's why she uses US Bank Smart in checking and savings, which does exactly that, helping her track her spending. Together, we'll achieve more than any of us could alone. You got this, Jess.
We got this.
That's the power of Jess, and this is the power of us.
The history of winning started. 65 games, losing steam, losing sweat.
We've identified the problem. What is the solution?
A drink scientifically designed to hydrate better than water, so they could sweat more, win more, and change the game forever.
I don't know what else to do here. Um, should go ahead and do some ground effect right around here. That's I don't know what the heck going on with that. I have to fix that.
It's Kubota Orange Days, now through June 30th. Get zero down, 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,000 off select compact tractors. See the details and find your nearest dealer at KubotaOrangeDays.com.
savor the moment. Make it a cocktail. On the rocks, bartender created cocktails.
That crap there and that.
You can fit a
That's
lot
to
of
have
information
all your
into a
stuff.
weekend.
I understand and have your stuff packed.
Book your next weekend getaway with Verbo.
Stuff that you take to a craft fair is to have it packed and in one corner so you're able to just grab it and go and stuff like that.
Boatloads of boneless. Or truckloads of both because it's all you can eat and I don't have to stop.
Keep all the stuff. That's the way I try to keep all my paint stuff here at the house is all in certain areas to where I know where everything's at. And I get it.
I'm the face of this organization. You always gonna be in my shadow.
Oh heck, I missed that.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in our program.
The guys that are starting up front, it's that simple. I think what's fascinating about this is there's no sunshine really blasting right now. Nobody has any idea on the tires. It's too cold right now. So if the sun breaks and the cloud cover this overcast haze
I still got to look for my hunting stand. I need 4 windows, really small bathroom windows, and that. I still need to check on that. I was thinking about going to Home Depot and find it, or uh, one of them, Home Depot or Ace Hardware or something like that, where somebody ordered the wrong size, small, really small window. I need to get 4 of them, and hopefully I can get them dirt cheap. I want them really dirt cheap, like $50 or less than $50 a window. I seen somewhere, even online, I seen it to where you get them like $25 a window. But I need to check into that because that's going to be part of my package for the deer stand or my blind.
Do we have the risk of a block track at turn one on the restart?
Absolutely.
High chance. Absolutely. I personally feel like they're more equipped to handle a restart carnage in turn three than turn one, but obviously that's not the rules this year. Yeah. No, I get David. At least it was wide down at turn three.
Ah man, hey, the season's so short. You got to get to that right away.
This pit lane here, and understand there might be some damage to Colton Herta's car. A little bit of
You could have the kids stain the wood as you set it all up to where they could stain the wood for you, wipe it on, wipe it off, have them busy with that. Set up the horses and have the wood like that.
But it was the Ganassi show as Scott Dixon rose to victory. Ganassi have taken every victory on this layout of circuit. Alex Palou, year one. Scott Dixon last year. Can they make it through?
Down you buy pizza or something like that. Even with the yard work, buy pizza later on. So we get done with this soon enough, we'll go get pizza.
Just take a second to realize you have one of the coolest seats in the world right now. Front row at 8500.
Guys, I just want to say cheers, thanks, cheers to everyone. This is the best month of my life ever had. My son, you okay?
Get their friends to help.
Don't stress about it. It starts off. Start is on you. Drink your drink.
We get this done, we can go there where the kids want to go. Tell them you need to get that done so you can go somewhere. They'll help. They'll put in their time on it. The way my mother and father used to do me. Oh, you need to go where? Okay, we gotta get this done so you can go. That's how they did me. Oh, you want to go there? We gotta get this done.
Little things that add up to something big. The power of Dell AI.
We're gonna do like the hill or something like that here.
Nature sure is full of wonders.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Can't have lunch until I get this done. There's a storm coming.
Send money quickly. That's convenience from Chase.
We're gonna shoot it down just like that a little bit.
Nobody knows.
Hey, how did you do that? Well, if you can match the weight, you can match the back. I need to know where my river is.
Ah, that's alright.
Check the deal now. Applebee's all you can eat is back. Featuring the chicken tenders you've always loved. Plus double crushed shrimp.
Yep, gotta go down.
All served unlimited for just $15.99. At Applebee's.
I needed to go down there. Need to cover that up and that at the same time.
Red Bull gives you wings. Talk about a pro's pro. That's different. Little catchphrase.
You gotta bank in China to get a catch play.
I'm
My
gonna
man
get
is
that.
building his credit score. Everyday purchasing. Simple as that means.
There.
We're here for our first official hashtag meeting, and I have no idea what we're going to talk about. Probably the same stuff we're going to talk about for 2 weeks. But we're going to go talk about it again. I don't really have a plan, so we're going to make one. You gotta figure it out. Yeah, you're going to watch the 500. You guys will see what would be better. We can always do something better. I hope we're not trying to do it worse. The camera's over here, Kevin. That's me turning the pitch to you. That was new. You absolutely should have went back big and watched. You know what I mean? When he moves like that, to the gets to go to the outside, see how much door about this big old stack up. Or they go to the outside, you need to be over here. When they really start to step up, that's when things start to get mixed up. And they got more room to go back to your way. So, but I don't think they're going to sit right like they did this year. Or like they did this. They're going to go. Some of them.
I like that, but I don't know where that's at now. That's right about here.
And this year, even more so because not only do you have to do it, which means nice qualifying, and tomorrow night, 2 overrated.
That turned out really good. I like that.
Friendly on the left, brutal on the right. Working Saturday for last year. Probably had the old screwed up.
I like that. That ended up being good.
Some of the facts that you put on is kind of exciting because usually you suck.
That's gonna be. I'm gonna end up doing that like a.
I've been doing this with me for 5 years and was highly aggressive this year. No, it took 5 years to get me entertained enough to want to
Like I said, light coming out of it.
boring as hell is what I was gonna say. Look at it. That guy right there. They never trust the guy with no hair. That means we can only trust Kevin for maybe another year and a half. Then untrust me.
It is definitely headed in the wrong direction.
Probably better.
Oh my God. What? What are you going on?
I don't know why that is. Let's see if we can't
I'm not a smart man, Kevin.
fix that up a little bit.
Wear helmets to make a living. You think about that.
Grab the whites.
How about this? That's gonna be the part where I top of the board, 49-21. By more than a tenth, he is fastest. Blew him away. That's a massive lap. And that's the great thing about all of this. You never know what's going to happen from last year to this year. Alex below, but to continue his historic season as all eyes shift to the Detroit Grand Prix today on Fox. All happening too fast. Wait, you nervous about the wedding?
No, it's the house, dude. Yes, here.
This house? The one.
He needs a room. Here, come and see.
Still have moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease symptoms after taking a medication like Humira or Remicade? Put them in check with Rinvoq, a once-daily pill.
When symptoms try to take control, I got rapid relief with Rinvoq. Check.
When flares tried to slow me down, I got lasting remission with Rinvoq. Check. And many were in remission, even at nearly 2 years.
And Rinvoq
Oh,
reduced damage of the intestinal
the evolution. That's a good brush. I like this brush. The CR Plus.
damage. Check.
I do love that brush.
Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin. Serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke.
Yeah, it's a nice. I noticed it the other day. It was really nice to do some details. So it's just as good as Tim's brush. I'm starting to get really used to. I want to get into doing the really good details with the paintbrushes. That's the reason why I'm really happy to be able to get into trying doing some really good details with paintbrushes and with the paintbrushes and paint gun. That H&S is really good. Tint brush is really good. I'm starting to get after what's this, 3 years or 3 or 4 years. I'm starting to get used to where I know the mixture and stuff like that. That's the base, like Steve and Tim and all of them have said, is you have to get good of your mixing and your air pressure and stuff like that. So it's taken me 3 years to get to this point of it, and it is a key to learn. It's definitely a key to learn, but you have to have time. You got to put time in to do it, and I still say, taking the coloring book and just rip the pages out and try to stay in the lines and keep a even flow of your paint going across there is going to help out a lot more with controlling your airbrush.
That's the most ridiculous thing you've said all day.
What are you talking about?
I feel like I work more now than I did when I was little.
And the paintbrush wise, Steve, you, Steve and I like using the Windsor Newton, the Series 7. I do like my 000. I love that more than the 00. Steve loves the 00. I love that 000. Right now, the 000 has been my go-to. Steve's been doing it for a while, so he likes the 00. And probably eventually, after a while on that, I'll probably end up liking the 00 later on. But for now, I love the 000.
Tonight, they're either going to be in the Daytona 500 Great American Race or they're going to go home. There's also guys racing for starting position, want to be up front, want to be out of that mess.
Yeah, you like the 000 too? Yeah.
And we are under green in the first duel at Daytona. And he moved up to the top.
It's a matter of getting used to both of them and that. Uh, that's the thing. I mean, we're still young. Like I ain't been doing it. Yeah, you ain't been doing it long either. I mean, that's it. Once you get used to it, but it does work, and I'm glad to see that. Uh, every, uh, Brian, I'm glad to see Brian is starting to pick up on the paintbrush also, because that's going to help him out a lot more too. He picks up. You got paintbrush is part of the whole thing. I learned that out. At first, I wasn't. I was no good at the paintbrush, but once I picked it up and started using it, it helps you out with your details a lot more. And Brian's starting to get into where he could, like I say, he's getting there. He's definitely getting there. He should know that he's getting there. But we had to practice at all different things, not just skulls and that fire. Fire I was never good at. I need to get back and try doing some more of the fire, true fire. And when I can, I'll get to it. But I like creating stuff and doing things. And this guy's been putting in my head what to do, and I try to follow his wishes. That last painting I did of the what's her name, Beth from Yellowstone. That turned out good. Doing the portraits because you want to be good in different things. And the true fire is one that you really want to get good at too. But my death painting, I'm calling it quits on that. I think I did good on that. So she's done. She looked good. I think it's good for a portrait. I put her. I think she's good enough to put her next to the Farrah Fawcett one, so we're good on that.
January 1st, he speed reads tweets before noon. He Spanish spoke French before noon. Alex has traveled the world. Here are his favorite places: Portland, Detroit, Monterey, Portland again, and Red Creek in 32 French states.
Um,
But if you race him,
the
you'll just see the best.
the other one that I did, what was it? The butterfly with the skull. That looked good when it was on white, and then I went ahead and sprayed the candy over it. Uh, when I sprayed the candy over it, it ended up it turned out terrible when I did that. So I'm going to revisit that one again because I liked it better when it was on the white. When I sprayed the candy over the whole thing, it turned out terrible. And then I was hope what I was hoping it would do was the candy would pop when I went ahead and put the 6,000 sealer over top of it, and I messed it up completely. So that painting's gone. It's in the trash. Or matter, yeah, what I did with that painting is just trashed it. It turned out really bad, so I got to revisit that one,
100 Days to Indy, streaming now on
and that'll
ABC.
be later on down the road.
On any list of SUV features. One brand has it in spades. Backed with a 10-year, 100,000-mile
But
limited
you
warranty.
learn from your mistakes, and I'm not really upset on it,
Class awarded in 2025 Sorento
but
model.
I'll do it again.
There were two guys. Both guys drove to work. Neither guy wore their seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. Both guys drove home from work.
Yeah, 'cause
One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't.
I didn't put like a blue checkered on it like they say you're supposed to do. I didn't do that. I put the candy on there and then I sprayed that clear on there and it just ran right on down. Hey Tim. But yeah, you learn from your mistakes. Like I said, that one turned out really bad. But like I said, I'm going to redo that one.
It's one of the great scenes in sports, the Daytona 500. And you have the best seat back in the house for the Great American Race. Typical Florida weather for February.
This ain't too bad. I gotta let this dry, and then I'll put that. I'm gonna put it in the background. That's what I'm having as the background for now. Um, Later on, I'll just come back with the paintbrush and I'll do everything up a little bit more. And like I said, here where the tomb opened up and that, I gotta go in, and then I gotta fix where the tomb was covered by that. So we'll fix that up and everything like that later on. Cross I'll fix up later on. Stuff like that. I'll be right. Oh man, we've been on here for 2 hours. I think I'm about ready to call it quits. I'll be right back. Go ahead and talk amongst yourselves, and I'll be right back. Nobody's in the bathroom, so that's it. Let me go ahead. I may shut it down. Um, yeah, that's it for now. And like I said, we'll come back. Uh, we're gonna be doing more work on this later on. But that now I gotta do this part. So we'll end up having him in there, and I gotta do some cutouts on that on him and everything. So we'll have him in here. Like I said, from the his tomb and that, we're gonna put the light going outwards. So it's like basically telling the story in a way.
As they build this energy, first time, you knew these guys have felt all moving cars being out there. A lot more speed, a lot more the pushing, everything, all the runs, the blocks, everything happens a lot faster when everybody's out.
Well, we just
Oh man,
let's go hard.
Tim's right about that. But we gotta find that hour and stuff like that. And even if it's just like how I take and cut stuff out on the thing. That way, when I come back with the paintbrush or airbrush, I could just airbrush things. And because on my time that I'm not on here doing live stuff, I cut things out to when I have the live shot, I could just do it. Just come in and spray with the gun for a little bit. Or now that I have it set up, I can come in with the paintbrush late, later on the live feed and do the paintbrush work. The stuff like that. But yeah, now I'm gonna have to cut him up to be able to come when I come back on live feed. I'll be able to shoot some of these other colors of set him up to where paintbrush work is probably going to be a lot of work on my paintbrush work and airbrush work. Uh, just to do an hour of the airbrush work and stuff like that helps you out a lot. Uh, Hour just playing around, even just doing your take the airbrush and just go ahead and get your mixtures down and take that coloring book and make up your paint and learn how to stay with your to get your strokes going down with the airbrush work. Just practice doing airbrush work and stuff like it. Practice your strokes. Nah, I mean like take the coloring book. I grabbed a lot. I got a lot of different coloring books, and I ain't even did nothing. Did anything yet? That's another thing I want to do. Is the color book. Use that up. Practice. Yeah. So now he's gonna. I did some pencil cutouts for it, so like his hands and stuff like that. But now looking at the picture, I'm gonna go in and have to do some of the other stuff. I might clean this up a little bit. I'll clean this up, or I'll just grab another one. Yeah, this will be my stuff for template.
This started out as a narrow band of showers, but it kept building and building over the Gulf. It rained here for an hour and a half, and now, after an hour and 45 minutes of track drying, the red flag has been withdrawn.
This is one of those races where it doesn't matter if the rain delay is 30 minutes or 30 hours. People are going to come to watch this race. President's Day weekend. They have nowhere to be tomorrow. And if they do, they've already changed those plans because they want to be here to watch this race.
The rain has stopped.
Okay, y'all. I think we've been on here a good while, so yeah, we've been over 2 hours. I'm gonna call it quits there for today, and I thank you all for coming on by, and it's been fun. And uh, y'all have a great day, and be good to yourself. And Bobby, you have fun. Just do a little bit. It doesn't matter what you do. uh, you know what to do. You're a grown man. And you take care. And I'll see you all on the next trip. And I'll I'll see you all tomorrow on Steve Leahy's feed. My birthday. It'll be my birthday tomorrow. Bye.